Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akim. Koholayim La, Allahayanawa, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, is laboring in the word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, is remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right, so today was a very tumultuous day in terms of these markets. All right, in terms of the behaviors of the people. All right, we're seeing seditions among men. We're seeing uproars of the people, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, I was listening to the beloved elder Aisha and the priest that's with him. You know what I'm saying? And basically the honeymoon phase is already over. You see what I'm saying? The honeymoon phase is already over with these red-blooded Americans, many of them. You know what I'm saying? And when you see all of the because I've heard so many people, all right, talking about how much money they lost in the stocks. You know what I'm saying? How much of their life savings are gone now because of this massive meltdown in the markets. All right, and this is only the beginning, man. It's only the beginning. Okay, but Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying to the Lord's elect, man. All right, I want to get this article real quick that I got queued up. All right, bear with me. Okay, this is from zerohedge.com, and it reads, "The Canary is sick. BlackRock's Fink says most CEOs are telling him we're already in recession." All right. Now this is another example of the keepers of the house trembling. You know what I'm saying? But this individual, all right, this individual you see on the screen, he's one of the he's the CEO of the biggest investment firm on the planet. All right, BlackRock. Okay. And these devils have always known what was coming. They've always known this. What we're seeing right now is why Warren Buffett and Ted Cruz took out billions in the markets. You know what I'm saying? They sold their own stocks by the billions, man. I know Warren Buffett sold well over, I think, 100 billion. All right. Ted Cruz, a couple million. You know what I'm saying? And we're about to see that meltdown continue to spiral. You know what I'm saying? So it says BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says most CEOs he talks to says the country is already in recession, and that the 20% market drop in 3 days will have potential ripple effects on clients, and added that he still won't rule out an additional 20% market decline. Imagine that. 20% more. You see what I'm saying? Are we in recession? Asked Bloomberg TV host Eric Shaxker, or Shacker. Most CEOs I talk to would say we are probably in a recession right now. Fink replied, adding that the Canary is sick. All right. He says the economy is weakening as we speak. Fink told Bloomberg TV, adding that the U.S. markets could drop even further, and that 62% of Americans are exposed to equities. He also suggested that the Fed rate cuts are unlikely this year, and that a hike may actually be in store. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So these devils know exactly what's going on. All right? But what I'm finding more interesting is the response to the citizens. All right? Right now we have massive protests all around the country in response to what Doge is doing, to what's going on in these markets. All right? Check this out real quick. All right, this particular protest is called Hands Off. All right, and Salaki, it started to take effect over in October the 5th, and it's happening over in Boston, New York, Chicago, Portland, San Francisco, San Diego, all right, Ohio, Utah, Oakland, all right, and there are others, you know what I'm saying? And I saw something else that piqued my interest, right? Because you see all these protests happening, right? Now, whether it's organic or whether this thing is being orchestrated behind the scenes, I'm actually leaning towards the latter. All right, this is not organic. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I think that is because of this next piece that I'm gonna show you. Check it out. All right. So this is a tweet from Matt Wallace, and he says, rumors are circulating that a mass event is about to happen across these major cities. All right. Now, you know, the fact that this is coming from Matt Wallace, you know what I'm saying, and we're seeing all these protests that's happening in multiple places that's listed here, you know what I'm saying? All right. There could be something that really causes the domino effect here. All right. Remember that Black Swan event is any day now. All right, it's any day now. Okay, what's an example of a Black Swan event? It was the event that took place in 2001. All right, 9/11. That was the Black Swan event. You know what I'm saying? So keep your eyes open, man. All right, keep your eyes open. The whole situation of 2020. All right, where the world was shut down, that was a Black Swan event. Okay, the big one is coming. The mother of all these events is coming, man. All right, and so when you look at what Trump is doing, of course, Trump was over. He was playing golf today. All right, participated in a whole golf tournament, man. You know what I'm saying? While everybody's protesting and all that stuff, man. Let me get the scriptures. Man. All right. I don't want to talk too much without a scripture. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see the sedition increase, man. All right, they're not going to regard their kings, man. They're not going to regard their princes. They're not going to regard what Donald Trump is saying real soon, man, because they pockets is going to be affected. You know what I'm saying? We're already seeing it now. All right, we're already seeing it now. When you talk about a man's life savings that went into this 401k in the stock markets and everything went crashing down, and it's all as a response to this guy's tariffs. You see what I'm saying? It's going to cause people to be, you know, to be, what's the word? I can't even think of the word right now. Pissed off is, you know, for lack of better words, man. You just saying pissed off, man. You know, where these people are not going to respect anything that's coming out of Donald Trump, it's coming out of Elon Musk and all these different cats, you know what I'm saying? All right. And we're about to see these Egyptians go against Egyptians, man, as it's written in Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Okay. So let's see if we can get anything else from that article real quick. Bear with me. All right. And let's see right here. He says, he also says that the administration needs to deliver on the pro-growth policies Trump promised on the campaign trail, such as tax cuts, deregulation, and streamlining permitting for big infrastructure projects. All right. So your boy Trump is not here to make anything better, man. He's not here to make this place great. You see what I'm saying? He's been put there to do the bidding of the elites, man. And he's doing it wonderfully. It's time to crash this thing. All right. It's time to destroy this place. It's time to bring about the de-dollarization, because what's happening while all this crashing is happening, around here, all these different nations are turning against America. All right. Because when you talk about de-dollarization, all right, de-dollarization is more than just the overwhelming printing of the currency, right? When you think about the concept of what this currency is, it's a fiat currency, right? Okay, let's look up fiat real quick. All right, this is the definition for the word fiat. And it reads: an authoritative or arbitrary order, a decree, an authoritative determination, all right, to dictate, a command or act of will that creates something without, or as if without further effort. All right. So when you think about the currency itself, the United States dollar, all right, it's not backed by anything. Okay, it's not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by silver. All right, it's not even the only thing that's really backing it is oil. All right, that's why it's also called the petrodollar. Okay, but when all these different commodities and all these different countries who have all the oil, start to pull away from the dollar, such as Saudi Arabia, okay, that means that the gold is the dollar is useless, man. Okay, because when you go into it being a fiat currency, fiat meaning is based off of what you're told. You see what I'm saying? It's not backed by anything. You're just told that it's valuable. Okay, so more than anything, the dollar is based off of faith in it. All right. And if people lose faith in it, then it loses its value. Okay? And what we're seeing right now is China, Japan, and South Korea are now joining forces. All right? They're now joining forces in response to these tariffs, man. Okay? And when all these different nations, all right, start joining the BRICS, and they're leaning away from the currency of America, all right, you're going to see what happened in Venezuela happen here. Okay? As a matter of fact, let me get that in Ezekiel, because that's prophecy. That's what's going to happen. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7. And let's read Salakia. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 18. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. All right, meaning people are going to be in disarray. They're going to be dismayed. Right? It reads, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold, all right, is talking about their money. Right? Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahawah. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because of the stumbling block of their iniquity. Okay? You know, the only thing that has kept this whole currency relevant, if you will, has been the faith in it. You know what I'm saying? And to simply say, you know, we're going to have this become the world reserve currency. All right. This was a decree that was made. And when did they make this decree? Right? Let me look this up real quick. All right, when was the US dollar made the world currency? All right. The US dollar became the world's reserve currency after the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1944, which established it as the primary currency for international trade and finance. The status was solidified following World War II, when the U.S. emerged as the dominant economic power. You see what I'm saying? This was a decree that was made as a result of the sword. You see? This was a decree that was made as a result of war. So let me get this in Second Esdras. Slakia, in the book of Sirach. Forgive me, I'm tongue-tied right now. So let's go to Sirach, chapter 10. Let's go to verse 8. Okay? It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, man. These are unrighteous decrees. Let's get that precept. Okay, Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, so this was an unrighteous decree. This fiat currency, okay? Now, this currency may be backed by nothing anymore, you know what I'm saying? But what kept that decree in place? It was the sword. It was the sword, man. Real quick. All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5. It reads, Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. That word for thick clay in the Hebrew is ibatyet, and it goes into heavy debts. All right. Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? All right. And thou shalt be for booties unto them. You see what I'm saying? All these nations, all right, which this wicked kingdom has declared a unrighteous decree towards, okay, all these other nations are going to rise up against America now, okay? Continuing on, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. See what I'm saying? Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Remember, this whole fiat currency was decreed the world currency as a result of their sword. You see? They said, you will comply. This will be your reserve currency, or else. You see? So all these things are about to come down on America's head, man. You know what I'm saying? The citizens are losing their trust in this system. The world countries, you know what I'm saying, are losing trust in this system. You see? It's only a matter of time, man. All right? So I'm going to cut that there. I didn't want to make this too long. All right? But I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawadah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.